Hey guys, welcome back to a video. Today, I'm going to tell you about a particular show. I think it's funny. It's not actually a show. Well, it is a show, but hear me out. So they were showing on NBC News last night, a like a funny ha-ha type of thing, and well, in the funny ha-ha, they basically had Jim Carrey, and he was pretending to be Joe Biden. And they had Alec Baldwin pretending to be Donald Trump. And it was actually funny, like how they did stuff was funny, and it was amusing. So anyway, I definitely recommend watching it. It was on channel something. I don't remember the number, but it's NBC News. That's what I do know, though. Anyway, guys, I'm not sure what I'm doing today. I just know that I'm gonna be hanging. So anyway, if you didn't know, I'm gonna talk to you about it now. If you didn't know, I went to the doctor's yesterday. I've had a cough for about a month. That's what I told them. I said, I've had a cough for about 3 weeks to 4 weeks, so basically a month. Every time I stand up, I really don't want to stand up because I just don't feel like standing up because my chest feels funny. And when I sleep, my chest feels funny. Feels like there's a pressure. And every time I cough, I feel like peeking. So I protested. I'm not sick. They asked me. They were like, "So do you have COVID-19?" And I was like, "No." I was like, I'm not contagious with COVID because I haven't been around anybody. They were like, "So you weren't around any COVID patients?" And I was like, No, I wasn't. By the way, there's some new fencing over there. I don't know if you can see it, but that wasn't there before. It was just hill. I'll do a video on that. That's cool. I'll go down there at some point and do a little video on that fencing there. Anyway, moving on to the whole checking on me thing. They've updated how you go to the doctors now. You can't just go into the doctor's office and be like, I need to get checked out. No, you can't do that anymore. Since COVID is so bad, what they want you to do is drive up and you're in your car, right? You're in your car and you have to phone MedExpress on your phone, so your cell phone, and you call them and you're like, they have a voice saying, "Welcome to MedExpress. We know that your time is valued, so we try to have you out of here under an hour." And then they, have the robot voice message from MedExpress to kick in. And then a person comes on, and it was actually a woman. And she said, "Hello, how can I help you today?" And I was like, I haven't been feeling too good. I I feel like there's a pressure on my chest, and every time I cough, I feel like puking, and yeah. I stand up and I don't want to stand up long because I feel like there's a pressure on my chest, so I just thought I would get checked in today. And she was like, have you been exposed to anyone that has COVID-19? I was like, no, I haven't been around anybody. I've been social distancing. I've been keeping my distance. I've been mainly at the house. Mainly. I don't even go to stores. And she was like, oh, well, okay. So, anyway. And you have to see it, man. There was a woman next to us, and she was claiming that she has, this was yesterday, of course, I don't know what the result was, but she said that she has COVID-19. And so, this guy came out, looking like a space cadet. He had a mask on, then he had a visor, and then he had this doctor dress, if you want to call it. Like, it's an operating dress. Like, if someone was going to operate on you. It wasn't actually blue, which was shocking. It was actually a yellow operating dress. So, anyway, and then they have that scan temperature gauge. And, yeah, so, anyway, so, that's what, was the thing, and, yeah, so, we waited, and we waited about 20 minutes, and then this lady come out. It was the lady that was on the phone with me. They actually asked for both phone numbers. They were like, can I have your cell phone number? And I was like, sure. Well, it was actually mine. It was my dad's phone. And they were like, could we have his cell phone number? And I was like, sure. And I said, the number. And I said, so do you still have this number? And we were like, yeah, that's our home phone number. It's funny, she was like, can I send text to it? Which is funny because you can't send texts to a home phone. Like at the landline phone, it's not a cell phone. So, anyway, I just said yeah anyway. I said yes. But you can still receive calls. So, So I said yes. Anyway, so there was that. So this lady come up to the car door and was like, so I had to wait. She had to wait for me. So I had to wait for her, and I had to put my mask on, because you got to put a mask on before you go into the doctor's office. So went into the doctor's office with my mask on, and we went in, and I couldn't open the doors myself. She had to open the doors for me. So that was that. And they're taking this very seriously, this COVID-19 stuff. They want to be safe and healthy. So anyway, she takes me through, and then there's this pretty nurse, and I go through this one room, and I actually got confused. I was actually being a dipshit for a minute. I guess I was distracted because she was pretty, but anyway, I heard here, and I was like, because it looked like I was going into there, and I was following her, and it looked like the nurse that was showing me where to go, it looked like she stopped, and I was like, oh, okay. And I turned around, but there was a guy or a woman behind me, behind the nurse. And she was like, no, it's for them, not for you. And I was like, oh, sorry. And I went, and I kept going, and I went into this room. And I had a nice room. I had a window view, so had a nice view. I saw the road, and I saw the little hill next to the window. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, so all was well. Yeah. So I sat, and I was in there for about maybe 30 to 40 minutes, if that. So it was under an hour. So anyway, because they value my time, which they should, everybody's time. So there was that. And well, so this is what happened. So basically, what happened was I was sitting in there. It's kind of hard to breathe because the mask is thick. It's not like the cheapy mask that you can get. It's not the thin cloth, it's the heavy cloth. And so, it's not the blue one, it's the white one with a metal nose piece. So, yeah. I wore that one. I still got it. The blue one's disposable. This one that I got, the white one, is not. I don't know how you'd wash it because it's got that metal piece, but anyway, so Dad's doing an errand, looks like. So anyway, I will tell you what happened now. So I was sitting, and this lady came in, and she was like saying stuff to me about me and what was wrong. And I was like, no, I haven't been exposed to COVID-19 because I haven't been around anybody that I'm aware of. And she was like, okay, well, the doctor's seen a minute. There's this guy with a beard, and he was very kitted out. He came to see me, and he was like, so what's been going on? And I was like, well, I haven't been feeling too well. I can't stand too long because I don't feel like standing because of my chest. That's why I sit a lot. Every time I cough, I feel like puking, which, to not be graphic with this whole checking out bollocks, I vomited, which sucked. But I was like, Dad, I need to get back. And he's like, well, I don't have one. This is not my Jeep. Because we're borrowing our Uncle Ray's Jeep. Because the bags that we had holes in them. And he finally found one without holes. And, I did my thing. Anyway, so moving on to what the doctor was saying to me. We was doing this and that. And I was like, and last night, ever since last night, not last night, guys, like last night, like the night before last night, I said to him, yeah, my sleeping pattern was messed up because my breathing pattern was thrown off because every time I took a breath when I was laying down, it felt irregular. And I said to him, it didn't feel bad until yesterday, so I thought I'd check it out today. And that's what I said to him. And he was like, okay, well, let me get the stethoscope and hear your lungs. And he said, well, your lungs are pretty clear. And I was like, oh, okay. And I actually failed to say. Before, you go in, you have to answer all these questions like, do you smoke? Have you been out of the state within the past 10 days? Those type of questions, right? And I was like, no, I haven't, and no, I don't. And so, yeah. Anyway, so there was that. So, he was like, I'll check the results, and I'll check your history, and see what the problem is. And I was like, okay. Because every time they check your history on the computer, because they know that everyone has a history of something, which mine is decongestions and having seizures with them. So yeah. But yeah, so anyway, so he came back in to the room and he was like, well, good news, you're not bronchial. You just have inflamed lungs. And I was like, oh, okay. He said, since you said it's really tight in your chest, we're prescribing you an inhaler and a decongestant. I was like, no. He was like, what's wrong? I said, I can't have a decongestant. He said, why not? I said, because it gives me seizures. He was like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah, it said on your record. And I was like, yep. I was like, I can't have a decongestant because the one that got me, guys, was Sudafed, and it messed me up because it literally just made me go into like shock mode because I'm allergic to it. But anyway, so he was like, okay. He was like, can you take steroids? And I was like, as long as it's not a decongestant and it's not Sudafed, I'm good. And I can take it. And he's like, okay. And I'm not taking steroids. I'm taking some other type of medicine. It's a pink pill to help my chest. I don't remember what the pill's called, but he said, now, with the inhaler, you don't do it every day. You only do it when your chest feels tight. And I was like, okay, that's good, thank you. And it looks pretty funny outside of the doctor building because there's a neon tent outside with a picnic chair. Well, not a picnic chair, but there's a chair out there, and it's in front of this, I guess you could say, picnic table. It's a white picnic table, and there's another chair, and the patient sits on one side of the table, and the doctor sits on the opposite side of the table, and so that's how that works. But yeah, so basically that was yesterday. I phoned Hannah before I went, and I said, Hannah, I'm going to the doctor's, get checked, because honestly today I just don't feel well. And she was like, well, don't die, be safe, I'll catch you later. I was like, okay, thank you, love you. So, ended that real quick. And then went back to her and I said, it's not anything viral, it's not anything that is contagious, it's just inflamed lungs because of my allergies. The guy literally said this, the doctor that was talking to me about, we can prescribe you a decongestant and an inhaler. He was like, nah, man, it's just Mother Nature messing with you. And that's literally the exact words he said out of his mouth. And he said, yeah, it's just Mother Nature messing with you. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I thought I'd come in to check anyway. Because, I take my breathing seriously. And he was like, yeah, for sure. And so I left out of the side door, not the front door actually, which was different. I've never left out of the side door before, out of Med Express, and because I always left out of the front door of Med Express. So Anyway, that's basically what happened. And, it was alright. I'm just glad I'm not sick. So, anyway, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you were worried about my health for weeks beyond weeks because I've had this cough, worry no more because it's just allergies. So, I'm just glad I'm not sick. So, anyway, I'm going to keep continuing the social distancing. That's what I told the doctors, and that's what I told the nurses. I was like, I'm going to keep social distancing and praying for your guys' safety. I actually prayed for the doctors and nurses last night, and Med Express and the New River Health Clinic, because those are the two places we frequently go to. We frequently go to the Med Express one or the New River Health Clinic, or vice versa. It could be one or the other very often. It could be sometimes the northern one first, or it could be Med Express first, or vice versa, So, anyway, guys, that's it. Just wanted to update you on how I'm feeling. How am I feeling today? Well, I was in the bathroom and I brought up acid in the sink, but that's because I need food in my stomach, so I'm gonna go eat something. Anyway, I'm gonna catch you later. I woke up at 1 today, which I haven't woke up at 1 for a while now. I've been waking up at like 2:30, 3 o'clock p.m. So 2 p.m., 2:30 p.m., and 3 p.m. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. I'll catch you next one. And yeah, goodbye, Creeper fans. And as always, creep it out.